And we're live.
Hello.
Hello. Fancy seeing you here.
I'll just turn on the computer at random and there you are.
There you are. Ta-da! Good afternoon, everybody.
I was just going to say the same thing.
Well, I'll leave you to it. I'll have a vape.
Fair enough. We'll slip a crippler in. There we got Bill. Thank you for turning up, mate. Alan Makel, is that Alan? I hope I pronounced that right. DE, good to see you, mate. Festus, good morning, sir. Thank you for joining us. Stuart, Dean, nice to see you, mate. Loved the live, and that was a cracking review on the Kelpie, mate.
I've not watched any Kelpie reviews because my Kelpie review is out tomorrow.
Yes, and I look forward to that one as well.
Chrissy, baby.
Stuart, hello, mate. Timmy. Our YTS is in.
Hey, Tim. Yeah, go on, all girls for Timmy.
And Irish. Hello, mate. How you doing? Chris, thank you for joining us, mate.
Nice good.
I think that's everybody.
So we're drinking Earl Grey hot today.
Oh, God, are we? Did I enjoy Friday?
Oh, what a show.
Man. But we'll go into that later for obvious reasons, because I think there's a lot of stuff that we Yeah, you're not kidding, Stuart. We actually had to explain to Tim what a YTS
Yeah,
was.
we did. Yeah. Youth training scheme.
Oh, man. And it helps if I'm on live chat and not twat chat. Right.
Do you know something? Since obviously YouTube has updated everything in the back room, studio and everything, you'd think they'd have got rid of the just have live chat now, wouldn't you? You think that would go there straight away automatically?
It would be good, wouldn't it?
So, dude, let's kick it off. What are you vaping on? Because I know you've got some nice goody juices.
Oh, I have. Got the Vinci X. And I'm just literally, that's all I've got left of the Riot Squad Blue Burst. And interestingly, I bobbed into my local B&M. It's not smoking Retford, and speaking to Dale, bless him, behind the counter, and he just went, "Have you tried the mint one from the range?" I was like, "No." So he hands over a bottle of the mint and says, "Knock your socks off." So I've had a little knuckle. What I'm going to do is I will stick it on the website. What we think to it, or what I think to it.
Ooh, the little knuckle.
It's rather
nice. You got offered a little knuckle.
No, I went off into the car and had a little knuckle on my own.
Oh, right. A little bit of privacy. A little private knuckle.
Indeed. No.
What is it? We're 4 minutes into the show. 4 minutes.
Dean's got the CBW, yeah? We've got the little knuckle.
The little knuckle. Hashtag little knuckle.
Can't beat a little Sunday knuckle. No. Also on the Aegis X with the Kelpie RDA on top. And
how are you getting on with Kelpie?
it's growing. It really is. Still got the coil that came out of the box with the RDA in. I have, the only thing I've noticed, whether it's because I'm overstuffing or whatever, but I have had to change the wick a couple of times. Yeah, once the wick had actually sort of split in the middle of the coil.
Yeah.
And the other time it just looked like a black slug. So.
Well, I've just recoiled, rewicked it because I've just done the up and close C about an hour and a half ago. Obviously ready for review tomorrow. And honestly, I there's no word of a lie. It's growing on me. The more I use it, the more I like it.
I mean, I don't like wide open airy. Yeah. The only time I like an area vape is when I'm on the glass, the glass RDA, the 30mm monster, because obviously I've normally got a load of heat flying through that, so it with this, for a single coil per version, it's fabulous.
You would not think it were a single coil.
Not with the richness. Sometimes single coil you get a decent cloud off it, just lacking something. This actually it's nice.
Big shout out to Master Baker. Was love to see you again, kiddo.
Good afternoon, sir, and thank you. Appreciate that.
Yes, he's still here. He hasn't got it yet. The EVC's at home now, but he'll get it when sometime this week.
Festus, that was man knuckle, not moose knuckle. I promise. And Irish says a little knuckle in the car is how I got up with one of my exes. Never found out whose car that leather seats were totally ruined. I say. I'm shocked, sir. Shocked.
Very shocked.
On the Kelpie, topside carbon for Timmy. Of course, Timmy's got the ongoing saga of his wisdom teeth, so hopefully.
Yeah, I hope you're up. Yeah.
Never fun that one. And inside the Kelpie,
Ooh.
I tried it looks the same as the raspberry. It's a very similar label. I think Whitlicker might need to work on that, but it's another from the Kurimu yogurt range that's just come out from Whitlicker. This is the Fruits of the Forest, and by God, just imagine frozen fruits of the forest. You know, like you put in smoothies. Yeah. Imagine a defrosted bowl of that mixed in with fresh yogurt.
Oh, so you've got the syrup as well.
There's a little hint of sweetness, but the thing for me at the end of this is you get a real kick, and it's a proper kick of fresh black currant.
Ooh.
So you get that sort of acidic last taste, and it stops it from being sickly or sweet. Well, bang up. What was that? If they was him, Bill, the drugs was better than I thought. Was only one dude in the whole hospital who was mopping the bogs.
Dale Taylor, hello and welcome.
Hello,
Hey!
Dale. Oh, what we got?
Well, you lost in chat again.
You what, mate?
Come back. Come back. Come back.
I'm back.
Come back. Come back.
Irish, that was not me in the hospital mopping up. I did it in the car.
See what you've done, Irish, to him. You've phased him out in chat.
No, I'm getting paranoid now. Every time I see Irish pop up, it's like, what's he said? So yeah. So again, I will stick up what I think about the Riot Squad, Nick Salt, the Mint, up on the website.
Yeah, that'd be cool. And you ought to put the Whitlickers in as well.
Actually, yeah, we should. Well, I will drop your birthday present off, because then you'll be able to join in as well.
Hey, I've got a good idea. If you're going to drop off my birthday present, if you've already got some, we'll do a live one.
Next week
we'll do a live just for you.
That's a good idea.
It's always nice when we've got two juices to try.
Yes, I shall have to nip over to the shop and pick some up.
Well, you can nick some of mine.
No. I need to nip over to the shop and pick some up. Ben doesn't get away that easy. No. Oh, Dale's that's the very nice man that gave me the Riot Squad. Dale?
The apricot's the one that's the last one that is left.
Yeah.
Ah.
Well, there'll be raspberry and there will be apricot being purchased. Well, so.
Yeah, because I did really fancy trying that apricot.
Oh, right. Well, we can tie that in, because with our plans for one of the new film releases.
We can.
Yes. It's all coming together.
It's slowly but surely.
He needs to have that moment in the car, Mark, so he has to go to the shop.
He certainly does. He needs that moment alone with his knuckle.
West Street car park will never be same again.
God.
No. It's a good job it's normally dark by the time I get to the shop, isn't it?
Well, yeah. They might have cameras, though. Just might warn you. They may have cameras.
That's all right. Car windows magnifying things, they make it look bigger.
Well, there you go.
So what are you vaping on, kid?
Very similar to, well, not really similar to you, but got the Kelpie on the double barrel. Inside there, I have got, I'm just nearly finishing off the last bit of Vega from Dr. Fog, which is the vanilla peanut butter ice cream with banana. Absolutely love this stuff. Gorgeous. Also, I am on Fugly, which is the Free Max Mesh Pro on the Hex, and in there I've got Cinnaroo, and I just love their stuff. I really for a normal custard, all it is a custard and cinnamon, but the cinnamon is so nice and mild. It's beautiful. And it just takes that to another level.
I think the best way of describing that is if you had a cinnamon roll, and you know that filling, the cinnamon sugar.
Yeah.
Once you finish your cinnamon roll, if you put a dollop of custard in, that's how it comes out.
You know how you get egg custards, and they put nutmeg on the top. Well, imagine an egg custard with a little light dusting of cinnamon instead.
Oh, nice.
And that's the best way of explaining it. So I'm on that. I'm also on the intake dual with the Urus. Is it the Urus? Yes, the Urus. Still enjoying that. In that, I've got Just Juice lemonade. Just normal, boring lemonade. And lastly, but not leastly, I've got the Cain with the Twisted Meshes Pro 24 with the Eclipse cap. And in there, and as you can see, the tiniest little bit left, well, it's not too bad, about halfway actually, of Vape Punk's Bubblicious. Bubble Lemon.
Nice one.
Bubble Lemon. I can't even read. See what I mean? And this is why I get you to read in chat. Bubble Lemon. It's all right. We've got Bubblicious at work.
Afternoon, Stevie. Afternoon, Steve. And hello, Jasper.
Hello, Jasper.
Yes, Jasper's with Steve.
Aww. Hello, Jasper. Boom!
And the dog's gone wild.
So just talking about other bits and pieces, up top, if you've noticed there, the 15% off from the Vapor Store, that ends midnight tonight. So get in there while you can.
That's 15% on everything, though.
That includes the mechs, the job
down
lot.
to the accessories.
Yep.
So if you fancy a bit of a bargain, yeah.
And believe me, there's some really nice bargains in there, especially with the Rogues. They've got Rogues, Purge, they've got the Ronin as well. Also the latest dot mods as well. Also they've got V-Gods and all, if you're interested in that. So, yeah, there's all sorts in there.
Good stuff. But it's about time we started shouting the Mac out more. It's been pods for too long. Let's get a bit of passion behind the mechs again.
Yeah, I've started digging my mechs. I've started using my Rogue again. So, I haven't used my Rogue for ages.
The Jab's been my sort of daily home mod. I must admit, I've got to dig out the backlights. It seriously needs a clean. But once again, I do love that mod. There's just something about it. It's lovely.
Well, we've got a special shout out, haven't we?
We have.
Shall we show the people what our special shout out is?
Go for it.
I've got them.
Good man, because I left mine downstairs.
I haven't, because I'm a good boy.
Yeah.
So what shall I show first?
Whatever you want, mate.
Okay.
You can get more than 2 knuckles on that, son.
There you go.
Yeah.
Ta-da-da.
What you can't see particularly well is that's got a lovely sort of carbon fibre finish to it.
Yeah, you're not gonna get it.
No, we're getting the reflection. You can just make it.
Yeah. They are absolutely gorgeous. We got 2 each. Look at
We got a
them.
matching pair, didn't we, sir?
Look at them. So you're going to tell the people where we got them from?
Yes, they were sent by our wonderful regular, ID Voca. All the way from
Dubai.
Dubai, yes.
Dubai. And we've also got Coils.
Some cracking coils by AK82.
Yeah, Coils. More Coils. Coils. I'll just quick run through them. We've got Fuse Claptons. We've got Frey Allens. Fralians. Told you I couldn't read. Alien Normal, Fused Aliens, Normal Alien, more another Alien, and Fused Claptons, and Frame Staples. There you go.
Yes, and some rather not lovely looking cereals as well in there, isn't there?
Yeah, you're not kidding. So I want to give a big shout to ID Voca for sending these through. Honestly, it's absolutely awesome.
Honestly, couldn't believe it when I opened the box. Absolutely brilliant.
And Stuart, thank you. I don't need a macro lens.
His and hers. You ain't kidding, Iris.
But they are. They're absolute. These stands are absolutely ace. Absolutely love them.
So
Are they done? They've done in his garage, aren't they?
No, they're done at the unit.
Well.
Now, AK82 coils, I mean, they're available sort of online. Now, I did, and I can't believe it's disappeared.
What, have you got their link?
I had the link, but for some reason it doesn't appear to be working.
Okay. I'll just have a quick look myself. AK82. AK82 coils.
And the one I thought it was is broken for some reason.
I've got broken coils, AK82.
Yeah, I'm just not sure where that's...
Yep, they're all there.
They're all there?
There you go, I'll slap that one in chat.
Fabulous.
There you go.
Now, you can actually buy them direct from AK82. What I'm going to suggest is, dude, we both coil something up and maybe use them for the live vape, the live tasting.
Yep, definitely.
Yeah, because that way we're both on the same coil, slightly different RDA, but I'll sort of be interesting. Very reasonably priced as well.
Voca, you've just missed it. He's just popped in chat.
Oh, Voca. Go on, show the people.
Show the people again, just for Voca. Look at these, they're ace. I do like them.
Mine are currently absolutely filled with RDAs and RTAs downstairs.
Well, I wanted to do that, but I thought, no, I'll just hang fire to show it off. So, yes, I've been itching to get these up on my shelf just here, so. They got two.
Absolutely. Voca, thank you so much, mate.
In a line, they're going to look absolutely gorgeous.
Ben, they're probably what we're showing off now. Voca, I meant to ask you, are the stands actually for sale? Because if they are, let us know where people can get their hands on them, and we'll give you a shout.
Yes, definitely.
Might say, talking of stands, perchance did you see Mr. Porter's knuckle?
Yes,
stand?
I saw it about an hour ago. His
I
knuckle.
wish you'd give me some warning. I had no tissue. I was caught completely unaware.
I had to wipe my phone.
Oh, bless you.
Yeah, my phone was disgusting afterwards of that. It was like, I tell you one thing, Ralphie will be well chuffed seeing them.
They were gorgeous.
Absolutely stunning.
And the way, for those that haven't seen, you really need to get yourself over to Dilligaff Stands.
Irish. Knuckling up for a knuckle, BFG.
Voca, thank you so much, mate. They were awesome. Absolutely brilliant. Stevie said sorry.
Sorry, boys.
A little more warning next time, Stevie, please, when you start putting that sort of porn on Facebook.
Yeah, exactly.
The stand is stunning.
It really was.
To have the patina knuckles on as well, because they just look so good.
Yeah, them patina ones he's been doing really do look something special.
Now, obviously Stevie did the live, and he was talking about looking into that as a sideline. So be interesting to see how that one shapes up. Because I mean, Stevie's obviously got a flair for it.
He certainly has got a flair for it. They are absolutely gorgeous what he does. Really are. Oh. And Voca, thank you so much. Honestly, mate, I love him.
Absolutely. Even the wife, that's why mine are downstairs filled with RDAs and DTAs.
You should have took a picture.
I will do. I will take a picture and we'll get it up on Insta. Because when they first came and I was sort of looking at them, what's them? So I sort of showed them once I'd taken all the protective film off and that.
I tell you one thing, that protective film were awesome.
Oh, God, it was absolutely brilliant. Yeah, well, what we're going to do, Voca, is next week we're looking at doing a live juice test on one of the Whitlicker yogurt range. So we're going to both use AK82's coils, yeah? And then we'll give a shout as well. That's one thing, actually, Voca. Have you got a decent link for AK82? Because I know there's one direct where you can buy direct from it.
Here's the Instagram one. There you go.
Fabulous.
We're doing well here. There you go.
We are.
All sorted.
And such lovely little pots as well. So, you know, the first thing I love about it, without even having cracked a seal on the pot, you know exactly what you're going to get.
Yeah. Do you know what I'm more than anything else, normally when you get a tub of coils, it only tells you the resistance of one. These tell you the resistance of both of them, what they will actually come out as a pair. And I think that's corking that. It's simple.
Yeah.
So you just look at it and think, all right, yeah, I know what that's going to be. I think it's awesome. I know it's little touches like that just make life a lot easier instead of looking at it and think, oh, okay, so I have to half that.
And I mean, looking at his Insta, honestly, those pictures don't do those coils justice. Because when you get them in your hand and you're really having a good look at them,
they are clean. They are very, very clean. He's clean. He's a clean man. He's very clean.
So nicely just wrapped, aren't they? They really are meticulous. It's marvellous. There's a word I don't get to use that often. Meticulous.
Meticulous.
It's a good word, that. Right. Shall we do some news?
News time.
Right. PMTAs. Never a fun subject. Bless the Americans. However, it looks like the industry may have been offered a bit of a lifeline because there's been an announcement of a simplified, cheaper PMTA process. Nothing's on paper, and it was an off-the-cuff or confused remark from the US Secretary of Health and Human Services whilst on a radio show. So he seemed to be a little confused about the whole pre-market tobacco agreement system, which isn't a surprise because, we're confused and we're reading about it day in, day out.
Yeah, no. 1 second before you go any further. If you need a taxi and you're in the Gainsborough area, check out Mixed Taxis. Up, Mick.
Always professional, always on time. Hello, Mick. So, what he actually said was, under the law, May of this year, all e-cigarettes, not all vaping products, just e-cigarettes, which are nicotine delivery devices, are required to come in and seek FDA approval. That's very different because it was all juices, the lot. they've been on the market illegally up to this date because they've not been approved by the FDA. Apparently, they're working with small businesses and vaping associations to actually create pathways that would streamline approval for the open tank small vape shop based products, which would back up what came out of the White House with the flavour bans, etc. So get rid of the pods, leave the open systems.
Yeah.
Yeah. Closed pods.
So basically, what the FDA is trying to do is sort of like make it a little bit smoother.
Allegedly, this is from remember, this is from the secretary for a different department. But,
well, pinch of salt time, innit? Pinch of salt. Because let's face it, what they've got 4 months now. May, ain't it?
Yeah.
So when you think about it, all them products that is going to have to go through it.
I can't see how they can say just e-cigarettes as well. Because,
yeah.
You know, so that means heat not burn's not included in that.
No, heat not burn. Well, heat not burns in a separate category of its own anyway, isn't it? It's partly been okayed by the FDA.
Partly, but it's not actually approved yet, is it? It's jumped one of the or a couple.
Yeah,
of
it's not 100% FDA approved, but it's near enough.
I mean, going off what the guys actually said, this to me smacks of possibly White House intervention here. I think the original PMTA was as reported, but now Trump has allegedly come out and said that he wished he'd never got involved with it.
Yeah, he's openly admitted that one.
And I think now they're looking at a way of reducing the damage, realising how far too far actually is.
Yeah, they've really, well, I think they've obviously gone too far. They know they have.
So,
that's a railroad train that you just can't stop at the moment.
Well, this is it. And we said it at the start. It went from an argument about health and think of the children.
Think of the children!
To a religious cult. The fervour that was wrapped up in it. So moving on, we've got further confusion now. According to the US Surgeon General, if you want to quit smoking, use drugs and counselling instead.
Oh, lovely.
That's fabulous, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, yeah. 20 quid bag of smack.
Yeah.
The recent release Smoking Cessation, a report of the Surgeon General, includes a detailed look at the use of e-cigs as a cessation aid, but actually falls short of saying vaping actually works. I wonder why. So as we know, patches, gums and sprays are half as effective when it comes to quitting, and all have serious side effects, including suicidal thoughts, which is more the actual medication.
Yeah, that's the medications are into it.
So,
well, yeah, go for it. Drug yourself up. Yeah.
The report does recognise that some, but not enough evidence to suggest vaping on nicotine product compared to a non-nicotine device may help smokers quit. So, it's a bit... So what he actually says is e-cigarette aerosol generally contains fewer harmful chemicals than smoke from burnt tobacco products. No shit, Sherlock.
Yeah.
About 3,000 fewer chemicals, isn't there?
Yeah, roundabout, give or take.
I didn't want to go all the way up to the 4,000 because I'm still not 100% myself on the chemical. But e-cigarette aerosols can contain cancer-causing chemicals and tiny particles that reach deep into the lungs.
Really?
Yeah. Heat not burn doesn't, obviously.
Obviously not. Yeah.
Here was an interesting one as well. Apparently, 15 million members of an Islamic organisation have been told vaping is haram or forbidden within the religion. So, Muhammadiyah I hope I've said that properly, is a major Islamic group based in Indonesia, and the rulers have just decreed a fatwa on all things vape. Before people start jumping up and down, a fatwa is a religious ruling. Yeah. Same as if the Archbishop of Canterbury came out and said that it was unchristian to vape. Yeah.
Well, just to let you know, for the amount, when you look in my stats, believe it or not, it's considering that I'm a UK-based vape reviewer. My number one country that watches my channel is Indonesia.
I still can't get my head around that.
It's Indonesia, then the UK, then the United States, then parts of Europe, and then most of its rest is in China, that area, Asia. But Indonesia, it's something like, what was it? Last time I looked, something daft as 42%.
Yeah. Well, the Central Exec Board of the group have said, made the ruling last week and said, smoking electronic cigarettes is haram, just like smoking conventional cigarettes. So there we go. At least it's
consistent.
Because it's categorised as a form of consumption that can damage or endanger the user's health. Those who do not smoke should not let themselves or their family members smoke electronic cigarettes, while those who are already active smokers must try their best to stop. Which is slightly strange, I appreciate, but vaping's probably the best route to do that. For the record, it's still legal to vape within Indonesia. However, it was recently reported on the country's National Narcotics Agency urging the government to ban all things vape. The country has 57 million smokers and sees deaths from lit tobacco-related disease of around 225,000 smokers, almost 15% of all deaths. So,
yeah, they've got a high rate.
News from Indonesia.
And hello to all my Indonesian fans. Hello.
If we'd researched this properly, we'd have said it in Indonesian.
Yeah, I think I ought to start learning how to speak Indonesian.
Good luck with that. Interesting study that has shown the pro-vaping message is smashing the anti-vaping message by almost 10,000 to 1 on Instagram.
Nice one.
Which, I thought that was a nice bit of news, but that could change very quickly dependent on the Facebook and Instagram clampdown on all things vape.
Yeah, they are seriously clamping, especially on Instagram. Instagram seems to be the big one that they're really clamping down. But saying that, they clamped down on Facebook as well, aren't they?
I think a lot of this is the influencers. Now, one of the researchers has given a nice soundbite that public health officials have been calling vaping amongst youth an epidemic. And they've been putting a lot of effort into trying to stop this epidemic by introducing the Real Cost Anti-Vaping campaign. But the stark imbalance in the volume of posts has caused the FDA message to be overwhelmed by marketing from vaping brands. I would argue that point. Is it marketing from vaping brands or is it the hobbyist?
Oh, especially on if you're looking on Instagram, it's definitely companies. Especially with the girlies and all that. I mean, they are paid to do that.
There we are. Grumpy's just said, Selamat is hello in Bahasa.
There you go.
In Indonesia and Malaysia. Awesome.
Salamat.
It's Instagram, aren't half of them naked anyway, Irish? Now, purely on the grounds of research, I had a flick through some of these Instagram. The only thing they seem to be sort of influencing is the sale of bras. Or if not bras, why you should wear a bra under said sweater.
Yeah.
Which is a little bit see-through and far too tight, yeah.
Hi, Rose. Fist bump.
Hi, Russ. How you doing, dude? Yeah, Timmy, you need to look into Instagram, mate.
Yeah, it's quite interesting.
It's quite shocking.
Oh, yeah.
But
the amount of flesh that is scattered about on Instagram.
my mermaid seems to have covered up a bit these days.
Yeah.
I'll give Mermaid one thing. She's always classy with it, bless her. And she started doing some videos which were fun to watch as well.
Ooh, Voca! You see what he's just put? Maybe Mark is popular in Indonesia because he's the same size.
Bit harsh.
But true.
But true, yeah. Dale's just put a nice one here. Instagram influencers is the most effective way for companies to advertise these days and offers the best return on investments. Companies in every industry are doing it now.
Yeah.
That's fair enough.
I mean, let's face it. The vaping industry has been put with the, obviously, tobacco industry, so people can't advertise. So how do you get your brand out? It was inevitable. It doesn't take much to think, obviously, how are you going to get your product out when you're being restricted everywhere across the world?
What also bugs me is there's no other product that I can think of legally on sale where you can't advertise. You know, a lot of them are saying, well, if it's bad for kiddies, you can't do it before the watershed and all the rest of it. But there's still a time when you can. Yeah.
But it's all part of that anti-smoking, isn't it? And unfortunately, we're tied with smoking.
Well, yeah, because it's either a change of brand, as you and I do, or it means stopping.
Yeah. J. Jerry, fist bump.
Hey, dude. Apparently, according to Hephaestus, science says boobies need to stay bra-free. They stay perkier. At which point Timmy's just said, must be why mine are so perky. Where's Jenny when you need her?
Yeah, exactly. Oh, dear.
Oh, bless. I've just had one of the lads that goes into It's Not Smoke, Neil, the thought of him being an Instagram influencer, I'm shuddering inside. What do you reckon, Dale? You're going to raise it with him next time he's in? Smok have donated cash to fight the coronavirus.
Oh, that's awesome. Talking about the coronavirus, to all our fellow Chinese, I'm so sorry to hear about that because a lot of them are getting the New Year cancelled and all sorts, aren't they? It's really bad over there at the moment.
Well, it sounds almost like a pneumonia.
Well, whatever it is, the corona, that causes pneumonia, isn't it?
I know they were saying, I was listening to Radio 4 and they were saying that it has breached the species barrier. So they believe it started in animals and then come through to human beings. So,
yeah, my heart goes out to them. Because, I mean, let's face it, that's going to seriously affect, besides obviously their holidays and things like that, but when you think about the vaping industry, it's going to affect that really big time, especially when they come back from, obviously, the new year in the middle of February.
Just don't ask the FDA for any help on it because they'll be blaming us.
Oh, God, yeah. And don't ask the WHO because they'll be blaming vaping for it.
Oh, God, But, you know, it must be scary times. You're in that outbreak area and wondering, because of the... The Mexicans have renamed their beer to Ebola Extra so as not to be confused with the virus. Oh, no. Dale's comments got me chuckling and all.
And while
everyone loves a shiny head.
And talking about Ben, how's that blooming volcano near you? Has it calmed down a bit now?
She had a rumble. I
Yes,
believe.
seriously.
No, there was a recent one because he whacked up some more pictures. So. It's a secret cure. Stick a lime in there. Jesus. If only Ebola was so easy. Right, well, that's the vaping news. I think we ought to move on to some sci-fi.
Ooh, a bit of sci-fi.
A bit of sci-fi. Came across a very interesting article about. That's one way to gag someone, I suppose, Timothy. You can't beat chloroform and a sock. Right.
I don't know, but it makes your bum sore.
So just a quick roundup of what's due. So we've got Walking Dead World Beyond.
Yeah, I saw the advert for that.
Yeah, I'm intrigued on this. Third show in the Walking Dead universe. So that comes out on April the 12th. Young characters must fight to survive in a world full of zombies 10 years after the apocalypse. Isn't that Walking Dead? Pretty much.
I've got to admit, I lost interest in Walking Dead quite way back. I think it was season 6. It just, yeah.
I never got into it.
We tried. I mean, my brother, he kept on saying, how good it is and how good it is. And we watched it and watched it and watched it. And it just never... I think the only time that it really got interesting was that bloke with big stick. Wait, I forget his name. What was his name now?
Claudine or something like that, wasn't it?
No, his name.
Oh, God knows.
Yeah, I can't remember. It got a bit interesting then. Then after that, it's all like...
Vogue has just put, I think for the sake of political correctness on YouTube, Grumpy should be back on the show soon. And Dale's just said he needs some help. The missus has been, just told him that he's got to clean out the vape shelf today. What's the best way to get rid of her?
Yeah, the bat was Lucille. Yeah.
That was it.
Yeah.
Lucille. Baseball bat with barbed wire wrapped round it. That was such a graphic scene. I know. I didn't watch the show. I just saw the scene on YouTube and I was like,
oh, especially when he belted that Chinese lad.
Oh, damn.
Oh, bumming, that were a bit of an humdinger.
I felt that one.
But after that, that is it. Negan. After that kind of fizzled out, it just went boring again.
You ain't kidding.
Then I tried to watch the other one, which is like the prequel.
Yeah.
It happens just when the outbreak starts, and even that were a bit. It just didn't do it for me.
Bruni, how you doing, dude?
Oops, good day.
We've got The Boys coming out. Slated at the minute for the middle of the year, but as there isn't a specific date, I'm wondering if that'll slide a bit. That I am looking forward to.
Yeah, The Boys, yeah, definitely.
Apparently, Hero Gasm is potentially in the works as one of the scripts. So if that's the case, Hero Gasm is one of the best stories.
Yeah, sorry to interrupt you. Yeah, Fear of the Walking Dead, the first one.
That was it.
Yeah, the prequel.
Now that always confused me because the other one was Fear. Was it Fear of or Fear the Walking Dead?
Something like that.
Yeah, it was. No, it was wrong. Yes, that was the one that said, as Steve's just said, Breaking Bad, because they were hinting that the blue meth was one of the causes.
Yeah, I heard that one. Yeah, Walking Dead is basically find a shelter, have a big battle, find another shelter, big battle, repeat.
You're not kidding.
Yeah.
We've got a new one, Devs, which is an 8-part limited series based around a woman who believes that a cutting-edge tech company is tied to the disappearance of her boyfriend. So she gets dragged into a conspiracy that could change the world. That's going to premiere on FX on Hulu, so it will be available on various streaming
devices
after March the 5th. Snowpiercer, I don't know if you ever saw the film.
No.
It was the one where basically the world was enveloped in another ice age.
All right.
And the human population was basically on this huge train that was travelling the world. and dependent on what your status was where you were on the train. Great film.
Was that like London to Carlisle?
No, it was like a worldwide track. It was awesome.
Stopping off at Luton.
You can just see it now. Sorry for the delay.
We've got a bit of snow on the tracks.
So that's based on a French graphic novel and the 2013 film. I didn't realise it was so long ago. God. So that could be interesting. If you really enjoyed the film,
yeah,
then that could be one to watch out for. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is back for another series.
I thought they were axing that.
No, I thought that, but it's starting to get a bit confusing now.
Yeah.
With all the time travel and everything, it's getting a bit... Westworld. This one had me happy. Apparently season 3 is on the books and set to return in March for an 8-episode third season. And finally, there's a live-action adaptation of the critically acclaimed award-winning comic book, Y, The Last Man. So it's a disaster wipes out the male of every species, creating a world full of women. One man and a monkey are the sole surviving males on the entire planet. Add innuendo here. Now, I am looking forward to that one. There's been a few set around the similar idea where, you know, the population's wiped out. There's one survivor, thinks he's on his own, and then I'm trying to think what the film was actually called. But what happened was this woman appears, and then another bloke appears, and the whole storyline was around the tension and the jealousy. It's awesome. So anyway, that's that. So I was looking forward to that. What we have got coming up as well is Birds of Prey.
Oh, I can't wait. I so want Harley Quinn.
The emancipation is Harley Quinn. Now, what people may not be aware of is that there has been a Birds of Prey comic for some time.
I've got to admit, I've not read the comic, but I am aware of it.
Brony's just put poor bloke with all their bitching going on. I was waiting for it. Dale's just said, I once had that, oh shit, it's a zombie apocalypse moment. I don't go shopping in Workshop anymore.
Dale, you're not far wrong. You are so not far wrong.
Steve reckons the October faction on Netflix worth checking out. Now, I did look at that.
The October
faction.
Okay.
Yes. It's it looks pretty interesting. I think it's old school sci-fi from what I've seen. But anyway, back to Birds of Prey. I'm sorry, the fantabulous emancipation of one Harley Quinn.
Try it.
In the comics book, you bad man.
Oh, that will try it.
In the comic books, you've got Barbara Gordon, you've got the Huntress. Hiya, Rachel.
Rachel! Huggles!
Sorting out the bed. Come on, admit it, you were watching Vic.
You are, weren't you? You were watching Vic. Has he finished now? Hey, Vic! Kelpie shit!
No!
Joking!
So,
buy a Kelpie! Buy a Kelpie! I'm only kidding, Vic.
No, we don't ask Rachel the booby question. No, we don't.
Irish. Vic was live. What the fuck am I doing here?
I say. Oh, Rachel, you must be knackered. There's no worse than gutting bedrooms.
Oh dear, no.
So, back to Birds of Prey. as I say, Barbara Gordon, Huntress, and then it was all very sort of female-centered Batman sort of thing. The film has Harley Quinn. Then there's a couple of characters that people may not be too aware of. So you've got the Huntress. The Huntress originally started out in the comics as the daughter of Selina Kyle and Bruce Wayne.
All right.
Batman and Catwoman had a kid. That got changed in the Crisis, I think it was. And it was changed so that the Huntress became the daughter of a local crime boss. Now, I'll just double check that one. Yes, she became Helena Bertinelli. It was the daughter of a Gotham City crime boss, and at an early age she watches her family die at the hands of a rival gang, paralleling Batman, in effect. She became a very angry version of Batman, basically, with a crossbow, which led her to having run-ins with Batman, because the big bat does not like people killing people on the streets of Gotham.
No.
No. So she's got no superpowers, but is very similar along the lines of Green Arrow,
Batman,
Crackshot, Kung Fu, all the rest of it. So that one will be interesting. The one that I'm interested in is who's Cassandra Cain, which is the young Chinese lady in the lineup, if you've seen the posters. Because I was thinking, what's a teenager doing in Birds of Prey? Yes, Irish. Originally, Batman, I don't think he ever used a gun. I think he was going to, but didn't. He might have done in the old 50s. I'll have to double check that one. Because the 60s TV show made Batman a lot cleaner than he originally started out.
Yeah, he did, yeah.
So, who is this Cassandra Cain? Well, in the comics, she was bred, and it was bred, by her father was an assassin and her mother was an assassin, and she was originally bred. Never liked Batman, some rich dude in a gimp suit, but the villains were the best. She was bred to be the ultimate bodyguard for Ra's al Ghul.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know.
Now, at 8 years old, she was sent off on her first kill to kill a businessman. And it traumatized her so much, she ran away from Dad and spent the next 10 years living on the street. And eventually winds up joining the Birds of Prey. So it will be interesting to see how that one comes. She came to the attention of Barbara Gordon, so it was Oracle. This is back when Barbara Gordon was still paralysed from the Joker.
So, Birds of Prey, what is the general gist of the film, in case people don't know?
The general gist is pretty much girl power. It is literally superhero girl power. We've got the Harley Quinn. She's split from Joker. Now, how she meets up with the Birds of Prey, I don't know, because they've been quite tight on the storyline. So there has been hints that there may be drug use involved. Mainly because she's hiding behind a big stack of coke. And the stack gets hit, and all of a sudden Harley's face just lights up, and you're like, no!
She's a lovely bad girl, isn't she, Harley Quinn?
Oh, God. If anybody was going to break your face with a baseball bat, you'd want it being Harley, wouldn't you?
Yeah, exactly.
Stop saying bread.
Bread? Who's saying bread?
I've got to stop saying bread. Let's have a looky poo.
Of course it's just worth watching just for Harley. Of course it is.
It is.
We're going to go to the pictures just for Harley.
I don't think it is going to be that cringe moment, like where all the female characters charged in at the end of Endgame. Because they're up against the Black Mask. So the Black Mask is like the crime boss of Gotham. He's a major crime boss. Because Harley's lost the protection of Joker because they've split up. Yeah, and I think that's where the team up's going to happen, because Harley will have been on the run from Black Mask, and the Birds of Prey will be after Black Mask.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting. It will be interesting. Either way, I think it's going to be a Marmite film. You're either going to love it or hate it.
Because I tell you one thing, I absolutely loved Suicide Squad.
I thought Suicide Squad was banging. Really did.
And believe it or not, I liked him as a Joker. I just liked that Joker. Oh, I did, because he were. Oof.
He was out there.
He certainly were.
And it was a sort of hip hop Joker, if you will.
I liked it. I liked that Joker. I thought it was a bit different.
I like my Joker a bit more psychotic. He wasn't mad enough for me.
Wasn't mad enough.
No, there was too many demons.
I liked it. I just liked it. I mean, yeah, we can argue that it can be better and things like that, but I did enjoy it. As a film, I could quite happily sit and watch that now and be thoroughly entertained.
Oh,
just because of Harley Quinn.
The film was awesome. I like what they did with a lot of the characters. Killer Croc. That was brilliant. There was even Will Smith, God forbid.
Yeah,
actually made a decent Deadshot.
I wasn't a fan of Will Smith, I've got to admit.
I hate to say it, but it felt like it was Bad Boys in costume.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good way of putting it, yeah.
But, Anyway, 10 to 3.
10 to 3? No, it's 3 o'clock.
Is it 3 o'clock?
3 o'clock.
In which case, then, you know what time it is. We waited 12 months. And thanks to Ben for that one, because I didn't actually realise how long we had been waiting for this Picard.
Well, I'm going to say I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Yep, for a first episode.
First episode, I thoroughly enjoyed it. And I tell you one thing, what I did like about it more than else, irrespective of all what was going off, it felt like you were watching a film.
Yeah. Had that feel. Had that. Oh! Hello!
Oh! Hey, get out!
Steve, Picard. And apparently you just set off Hephaestus's Google Assistant with the humming.
Really? There you go.
I ain't at reality. You snuck in there. I didn't see you there, mate.
Yeah, by all accounts, you didn't get a notification. I don't know why. But
that's bizarre.
Saying that, notifications. I'll just before we go any further. Notifications from YouTube are selective. Just thought I'd let you know that. Even though it is set to notify everybody, it doesn't notify everybody.
Timmy, good question. That. Why was there only one episode on Prime for Picard? When's the next one?
Friday.
The reason being, it's actually premiering on CBS.
Is it?
So unlike, it's not. Amazon are only the European and worldwide distributors. They didn't actually make it. CBS made it. So that's why there's only one episode at a time. Which for me is actually better. I prefer having just the one episode, something to look forward to on a certain day of the week.
Thank you.
Hi, Jan.
Everyone's saying hello to you.
Hello, everybody.
My baby. It's Earl Grey hot, isn't it?
It is. Earl Grey hot.
Earl Grey hot.
Yeah, I mean, it's. I'm old school. Christ, when me and you were growing up, there was only 3 channels, for God's sake. I like having something to look forward to on a Friday.
Yeah. Oh, totally. I mean, I didn't mind it was on only one episode.
And as you say, it does feel like a film in parts. decaffeinated. No, not decaffeinated.
Oh yes, Picard now has decaffeinated.
Well, he's an old man.
Hmm.
We were
Yes.
talking before we started, and we both said one of the things that we liked in the first episode was where Picard was trying to run out of trouble. And it was like, oh, I'm an old man, pack it in.
Oh.
No!
You can cut that out. I'm old. So then, kiddo, what was your general feeling about it? I mean, obviously, I don't want to go into going into plots this week. We'll go into plots probably next week. But obviously, because some people might not have seen the episode on Friday.
Yeah.
But the general feel, I enjoyed it.
It is good. Is it the same feel as Star Trek and Next Generation? No, it's not. Does it suffer because of that? No, I don't think it does.
No.
It's a lot darker.
Mm.
There's a lot more questions thrown up.
I love that it's roughly about 18 to 20 years after Romulus star went supernova, isn't it?
Yeah.
But in between the 18 years from when Romulus's star went supernova, there's the backstory. But I mean, obviously, we can talk about that backstory because some people might not know the backstory. If that's okay, then there's no spoilers then.
Exactly. That's cool. So, Picard, Captain, obviously becomes a legend in his own lifetime. Senior diplomat, does a lot more diplomatic work. And we hit the Romulan problem, which is talked about in... Now, I think it is Grumpy, but in a very inverted way. Grumpy's just said it's not Roddenberry's vision of Star Trek.
Oh, it isn't.
I think in a way it is, though. Because we talked about this. Picard is almost Roddenberry.
Yeah, he is, yeah.
He's trying to hold on to that vision of the Federation is there to help everyone. Mankind should be attempting to better itself. The Federation that we're seeing in Picard is hinting that the old politics have come back in. The egos have come back.
Yeah.
The I'm all right, Jack, humans first has come back. Which I thought was a lovely spin on it.
Of course it is.
Because if you tried to remake Next Generation, it wouldn't have worked.
No. I mean, and let's face it, is it more... I would say it's more grounded in the actual show. Because why would the Federation be so goody-goody when we know that in reality it's human nature not to be so goody-goody-goody. But we'd like to think that we were.
And I think that's what Roddenberry was trying to show, the best of what we could be. See you later, Festus. Hope you have a good day, mate.
Take care, mate.
It's an interesting idea. What would happen if everybody put down their agendas and egos and just got round the table and started trying to fix problems?
Yeah.
It's lovely, but I don't think it
in reality, yeah.
This feels a bit more gritty, a bit more realistic, to be honest.
Yeah, it does to me. Yeah, totally. I mean, I thought the actual backstory was quite interesting, especially with what happened on Mars. I mean, Mars is, if you don't know, Mars is where they build all the starships, the whole lot. And what happened was Picard became the ambassador to get the Romulus out of the planet. What would you call that?
I know what you're thinking of.
Yeah, my brain won't work. Basically, to save them. And what the idea was that they was going to build a load of ships on Mars, send them out to Romulus to collect all...
Evacuation.
That's it. They evacuate all before the actual star went supernova. from what I'm understanding, politics got involved. Also, the Romulus got involved as well. That they was only saving their own kind and not obviously other species as well.
There was, at the same time, not so much the politics, but there was a synthezoid attack on Mars,
Yeah.
which is where the fleet was being made and the ships were being built for the evacuation.
Mm.
This wiped out the whole of the plan.
Mm. But they also destroyed the whole of Mars, didn't they? Because they set the atmosphere on fire as well.
Fire, which was still burning. Now, the synthezoids, we're not talking data. We're talking lower generation sort of androids.
Mm.
And that's one of the big premises that not only when this happened, not only did the Federation, instead of scaling back the evacuation, they cancelled it. Black mark number 1.
Yeah.
They also then went on to ban all synthetic life forms.
Mm.
Another cause that Picard has shown a lot of interest in the past. If you think back to Next Generation, there was an episode where the Brian Maddox, who is mentioned within the show as somebody working on synthetic life forms, wanted to take Data away and dismantle it to see what made him work.
Mm.
And
in that episode, that's where Data went on trial to prove that he was sentient.
The making of a man, exactly. And Picard stands up and gives a very rousing speech about why Data's a life form and shouldn't be treated as an object.
Mm.
And that this is the one. This is what I love about that first episode. It is tying through to so much from Next Generation, from canon.
Yeah,
It
everything.
just worked.
I mean, the first, without giving too much, I don't want to give too much away. But the first scene, basically, that you get is them playing poker.
Yeah.
Which was a big thing for Next Generation. And if anyone watches has watched Next Generation, originally the poker game was always done by the crew, and Picard never bothered with it, and he only started playing poker with them right at the end.
Yep. I believe the line was, "I should have done this a long time ago."
Mm.
And it's just, there is so many sympathetic nods to the long-term fans in there.
Oh yeah.
Which I loved.
Yeah, absolutely.
Very, very well done. There's little things like the music.
Mm.
There's a little Easter egg in there. If you watch it, if you have watched it, feel free to pop up what it is. I don't particularly want to go in too much into it. But if you've watched, I can give you a list of what you need to sort of see to make sense of Picard if you weren't a long time. And rather than run through it, what I will do is I will put the link to the article up. That is a very, very good article on Screen Rant that actually runs through the episodes of Next Generation and what films you could do with probably catching up with if you haven't already, just to get a better idea of what's going on in Picard. Yeah. What I did find interesting, and I don't think it's a major spoiler, the Borg influence.
Yeah.
I was very surprised at that.
Yeah, right at the end, I was very surprised.
There
Without
is-
giving it away, it's very hard to talk about it when you're not wanting to give it away.
Well, this is it. But there's some big questions being raised by the first episode.
Mm.
You know, some huge questions. Oh, hold on, what's he put?
Picard is Luke Skywalker.
Coming back for a last mission. Darge is Palpatine's. Do you know that? Nah, I don't think so.
No,
No.
I disagree. Totally. I felt it was a more adult version of Star Trek. I think they are aiming it at us, not me personally, but our generation that originally watched the Next Generation and obviously the consequence of movies as well.
I mean, when Picard's such a complex character, so much happened to him in Next Generation. I mean, at one point, he was the ultimate villain. You know,
See you later, mate.
later, Timmy. If you look at it from everything that's happened, it had a massive effect. Because it's not just the generation that watched Next Generation, but there's also Deep Space Nine references in there. Sisko would never have taken on being the commander of Deep Space Nine if his wife hadn't died when the Borg ship led by Picard had attacked.
Yeah, at Wharf 359.
Yeah.
God, I can't remember. I can't believe I remember that bit. But yeah, I agree with Bill. I think it is aimed at the people that watched, because let's face it, you had the Next Generation, Deep Space Nine, and Voyager was very close together.
Yeah.
Very, very close together, and it was sort of like, we all watched all of them. And I think it's the way that the writing's going off at the present moment, the way that they're treating the Federation as they are treating it, and how they're treating Picard as well, it is more a grown-up storyline. It's a lot more mature. I mean, don't get me wrong, I always thought that Next Generation approached on serious subject matters, but you still had that nicey, friendly, oh, we are lovely, lovely people, Roddenberry Federation, which in reality, you know for a fact that human nature isn't like that. As much as it's the Roddenberry's Star Trek was always the ideal humans.
Well, he always said he always said it was what he hoped humanity would become.
Exactly, but obviously reality is we know what the human condition is like.
Saint, you're gonna burn. The thing I like about it is, I mean, forget Deep Space Nine. I was never a fan. Voyager was all right. It was a bit too teeny bopper for me.
I enjoyed Voyager. I've got to admit, I liked Voyager.
Voyager, if you look back, was where the first sort of hints that the Federation wasn't as goody-goody as you thought crept in.
Well, no, it actually crept in on Deep Space Nine, really. With the Marquis and all that.
Yeah, well, I mean, Voyager took the Marquis further, but I don't know, it was just... The possibilities for the timeline have always been there. Sorry, the storyline. Division 31. Yeah? That was always that black shadow at the back of the Federation. You know, set up for the security of... And I always wondered if that came from... what was the name of the zealots in Enterprise? Thingy Prime. Is it Earth Prime?
Not quite sure.
It was the right-wing faction that came in the last 2 episodes of Enterprise. And Section 31 always seemed to have a feel of that to it. But there we are. Net Reality says, enjoyed it, but then watched it again 3 days later. My view of it went downhill. Don't watch it twice. No, I've watched it a couple of times. And for me, it got better. Because there was little things that I missed the first time round.
And I'm with Bill. Some of the DS9 I enjoyed, and then quite a lot of it I didn't enjoy.
Yeah, I wasn't too keen on Quark.
He's passed away now.
Has he?
Not Quark. What's the one? Odo. Yeah, Odo. Yeah, he's passed away recently.
That moment where he said goodbye at the end of DS9. Oh, choker.
One of my favourite DS9 episodes is when they went back to Star Trek Enterprise with the Tribbles. I thought that was a brilliant one. That was such a good homage.
Gotta love a Tribble.
Yeah, the Trouble.
Net Reality says it's been spoiled by The Expanse. Yeah, I think everything's got a place though. A lot of this interest in Picard, let's be right, is nostalgia. Because what, is it 25 years?
Well, it must be. What, we're at 80... We're at 87 that Next Generation came out, somewhere around there.
So it's 30 plus years.
Yeah, it's 30 plus years.
So if you're our age, that's back in your salad days.
Exactly. And I still say that's why they've based it where it is, and the nods to the original. Because let's face it, if you're coming into Picard now as, I don't know, even a 20-year-old, there's some of the nods in the show that you will not pick up and not know because obviously you didn't watch Next Generation. So that's why I say that I still think that it's aimed not at a younger generation, but it's aimed at the people that watch original Star Trek Next Generation.
It'd be interesting to see what it does for the figures for the reruns of Next Generation on Netflix.
Oh, yeah.
Because I know I was cross-referencing. More because I knew we'd be talking about it.
Because at the end of the day, let's face it, Picard was... It's like Doctor Who. You know, you always had your Doctor, but Picard was our captain of the Enterprise.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
because let's face it, we watched Kirk as kids, but Kirk was the 60s. We're the kids of the 70s. So obviously, our captain was Picard. And we grew up we invested in the characters.
Yeah, I'd go with that. I'd go with that.
Especially with Picard. I mean, Patrick Stewart, Yorkshireman, and a true actor through and through.
God, that would have been different, wouldn't it? Instead of that nice plummy accent. Number one.
Now then, lad.
Hey, which bugger's been tampering with me brew?
Oh, dear. Earl Grey are not having any of that for a muck. Yorkshire tea. Can you imagine it though? Yorkshire tea. Hot.
Up to the edge of the neutral zone, Hey lad, step 1 foot off at side and I'll have you.
I'll give you a thick ear.
I think I won't. Just ask your Dave. I gave him a right good basting last week.
Oh dear.
My God. That's scary. No.
It is scary. I think they ought to do a new version of Star Trek and have it proper Yorkshire.
What, flying out of Leeds?
Yeah. Oh, it'd have to be out of Leeds. Leeds Bradford Airport.
It wouldn't be Ecky Thump instead of make it so it'd be stop buggering about and get on with it.
Yeah.
Latroy would never have lasted.
Oh no, I mean it'd be Captain Boycott, wouldn't it?
No. Admiral Truman.
Oh, Admiral Truman, yeah.
Oh God. And this is the ship's counsellor. We're having none of that touchy-feely crap on my ship.
No. I can't wait for 7 and 9 to join.
True.
I'm looking forward to that. That's going to be interesting as well.
Well, given the reveal at the the end of the show that we touched on, it's looking interesting.
Already.
Mm.
I enjoy. I've got to admit, it was like watching a film. Now, from what Bill was saying, it's a 10-hour film.
Mm.
And it was filmed like... It was the actual filming. It felt like a film.
The bit I liked on it, though, was the flashback sequences didn't feel unnecessary.
Mm.
You know, Gladiator, the bit with the cornfield. Yeah, at the end it works in.
Mm.
But some of the flashbacky bits just didn't feel right. By it, there's got the sound in a right pickle.
Yeah.
Hit button.
Hit button.
Oh, God.
We've just killed Star Trek, haven't we?
Completely. You do realise the Klingons are going to speak with a Lancastrian accent?
Oh.
That's me in trouble from Jan.
Yeah, that's you in trouble now. Hey, there are cobbles then. Oh dear.
I told my son it's a tea cake.
No. Oh, no. But I'm really looking forward to it. I think it's kind of... I think we do get spoilt where normally so like it gets released on Amazon and then you've got the whole lot to binge watch.
Mm.
But for some reason it's so like I'm looking forward to Friday.
Well, this is it.
Mm.
You know, I miss that. I used to have that feeling for Doctor Who. Don't now.
I know, that Tesla one.
Dumb.
What was the point in that one?
No idea.
I've got no clue whatsoever what the point of that show was about. I'm sorry. I mean, all right, yeah, it was, 45 minutes of entertainment, and yeah, we were entertained, but it just... No.
Rachel's just put, I won't watch weekly. I actually wait for all of them to upload, then binge.
Ooh, I hate waiting.
Greedy girl.
She wants it all. I want it all now.
I'm saying no.
Yep.
Rather wait for them all. No.
No.
Apparently we're going to have to get Salford in as a Klingon.
Yeah, definitely.
Blessing Dave.
But yeah, I'm looking for... I can't wait. I just can't wait for next week.
I've got high hopes for it. I must admit. What I did like was... Still waiting on the last few episodes of The Good Place. Nice. A Yorkshire pudding shaped dissection. I know, Grumpy. I'm not surprised that the viewing figures were so damn low. I don't think it's her.
No, I don't think it's her.
I think it's him. What's his face?
What?
But Bobsters are wrong. No. Dear Lord.
It's Walsh.
No, Chibnall.
Oh, I just think it's completely lost it. It's just lost its mojo completely.
By all accounts, one of them at least has got a job in quite a big American series. So there are currently rumours flying around that at least one of the companions will be disappearing. So
She's as useless as a doctor's one-dimensional B-list tenant wannabe.
I would never have put her as Tennant wannabe.
No, I won't. No.
I'd say Maura Troughton wannabe.
Yeah.
That sort of impish, cheeky chappy sort of feel to it.
Yeah. I just don't like the companions at all. Honestly, I have got a thing against the companions.
Now, did you spot Big Finish have got a new series starting with the original Susan character, Doctor's granddaughter.
Oh no, I didn't know about that.
Susan's War, due for release soon. Let me just. I'm going to have to go and kick children up the butt. Got to start getting stuff ready for school tomorrow. No, don't mention school tomorrow. I've still got to go through the Sunday night trauma of that.
Well, big huggles to you, Rachel.
Let's have a look. Susan's War. Here we are. So she takes on a new heroic role in her new series. Gallifrey needs every Time Lord to fight the Time War. Summons has been issued across the universe to its prodigals, and Susan gets called up. And I must say, I'm quite looking forward to this. There's a collector's box set for $24.99 or a download of $19.99 at Big Finish.
All right. So it's going to be in the Time Wars.
Yeah, so there's 4 stories. Sphere of Influence, The Uncertain Shore, Assets of War, and the Shoreditch Intervention.
That's going to be interesting, because you're going to have to serve me memory, because you'll be better at this than me. I thought Susan was just dropped off.
Susan was dropped off on Earth. Because that was probably what's his face? First Doctor. Hartnell. That was probably the most human that you saw Hartnell when he gave the speech to her when he left her. But I like the idea that there's a call up for the Time War.
Yeah.
And it does answer some questions about Susan. Was she a Time Lord? Obviously, yes. So, I'm looking forward to hearing it just to answer some of the questions I've got.
Yeah, who's the mother?
I don't think that's going to appear. But I mean, if you look
is the Doctor mummy or daddy?
Yeah, but look,
mummy, daddy.
She would have got wee from the looms. So.
See, I can't wait for River Song to come back. This is going to be interesting. I wonder if it will be hello, sweet. Oh, sweetie.
What are you wearing?
Hi, Chris.
Hi, Chris.
Yeah, that's going to be an awkward moment if them two meet up again.
I think that's just your fantasies coming to life, dear boy.
No, it's not, but it is a question, isn't it? I mean, let's be right.
Given that River's dead and is now an imprint in a library.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, it could happen. Cross timelines. We're talking about time travel here now. Cross timelines and all sorts. Everything is possible with time travel.
You wouldn't think so, the way the stories are going.
No, you wouldn't think.
Yeah, it just...
Yeah, neutrality, yeah.
What was that?
The new Doctor Who should be adopted, rescued from an abused father.
Abused father, yeah. Probably. It needs to stop. The PC needs to stop. You know, you can be as woke as you want, and there's a phrase I don't use that often, without ramming it down people's throats.
Well, that's it.
The only half-decent story that we've had so far this season, and they finish it off with a lecture.
Oh yeah, that wasn't a bad episode except for the end, last week's.
Yeah.
Well, the week before, should I say? But yeah, the Tesla one, I just don't get it. What was the point?
Who cares?
Mm.
That's a phrase that I don't often use about Doctor Who either, but who cares?
And was the alien scorpions very similar to the arachnids
Yeah.
in makeup and everything?
Well, that's what I was trying to work out, because I was trying to make them Ratnos.
Mm.
And there was mention of was it Silurian gun or a Ratnos gun?
I think Silurian gun one too.
So, well, how's that coming?
Mm.
And it's not like they were the big bad, you know.
No.
We need to get back to sci-fi stories. We know history, and Tesla was borderline insane.
Mm.
True, he was. He was also a genius. And the project.
I took
He talked about the basically an internet made out of electricity. That happened.
Mm.
Tesla actually wanted that to happen.
Oh yeah, I mean they were basing it loosely on history anyway, which was I suppose isn't a nod, but the storyline was crap.
It was just boring.
Mm.
So what you've effectively got is the Doctor up against the Scorpion version of Steptoe and Son.
Mm.
Harold!
Oh, you dirty old man.
Above you dirty old man.
The age of the woman is upon us. Mm.
Irish, I'd go with that. Tesla was autistic, but that might just be because, Irish is, and also Venus. I would probably go with that, given the descriptions on his personal interactions, etc.
Mm.
Interesting. Hated Next Gen, loving Picard. Am I the only one? No, we're loving Picard as well.
We're loving Picard as well.
And I think it is because it's lost that nice sort of cuddly feel of, everything's safe on the Enterprise.
Mm.
The grittier suits it more.
I do. I think me personally, it's one of those cases that, yes, the idea of the Federation being at peace and we're all in feng shui with each other and everything is the ideal human condition, but in reality, we know it's not, and it never will be.
No.
It never will be, and I think that's why we like it, because we know now that things at home aren't as sweet and cuddly as they once appeared.
Mm.
And I think that's what's got us all, because I don't care what anyone says, we have already automatically got respect for Jean-Luc Picard as a captain.
Yeah.
We've got that.
A human being.
Yeah. We know his morals, we know his boundaries, we know his ethics, and we'd all like to have a boss like Picard. If that makes sense. If we was in that situation, we would like a fair boss that was like Jean-Luc Picard.
Yeah.
And
set the boundaries and then stuck to them.
Yeah, and he always has. All the way through, he's never faltered. Until he got turned into a Borg. Then obviously told lad, do what he wants.
Yeah, I mean, I got a lot more sympathy for Picard's character when you found out, because he disagreed with the Federation so much, he quit.
Yeah.
And then the fact that he never went on air, for 30 years he kept quiet about why he left Star Trek, the Federation as well.
Because obviously when you watch Next Generation and the films, he was Starfleet through and through. If you cut Picard in half, it said Starfleet.
Oh, yeah.
And he upheld those, I wouldn't say rules, but the ethics of the Prime Directive and the Federation way of life. He upheld it. And he always did, and he never faltered that. And then obviously you saw in Picard his complete and utter disillusion with the Federation of what they've actually done.
Am I a bit quiet, son? Sorry,
Quite. It depends how close you get, far away you move from mic.
Hold on. Oh, flipping.
I can always bump him up. There you go. There, I've bumped you up.
Have I been bumped?
You've been bumped.
Fabulous. Didn't feel a thing, by the way. Yeah, I mean, if you look at the two, you got Jim Kirk. Jim Kirk never gave that idea.
No.
Jim Kirk was a renegade, and that was backed up by the alternate vision of Star Trek, shall we say? Yeah. That was something that always came through. That idea that the rules are there, but they're not necessarily for Jim Kirk to follow.
Yeah.
Whereas Picard, as you say, was 100% Federation. He wouldn't have breached the Prime Directive.
No.
And a lot of the time...
TVP, Mark, hey, buddy.
Hey, Mark. I don't think he'd have gone through with half the madcap schemes that Kirk ever did.
No, he wouldn't.
So,
because let's face it, I mean, Kirk was... He was a playboy.
Why they never did an episode where he caught Space Clap, I'll never know.
Yeah, I mean, I think they should have done.
Because,
I mean, let's face it, he was into every species that he encountered.
He must have bunked everything. Which is just terrifying, really. I mean, it's the thought of him beaming down to some planet and going, 3 boobs, I'm having some of that, lads.
Yep,
see
go
you in
on.
half an hour. If shuttle's rocking, don't come knocking.
And let's face it, it was always Spock's job to be the moral... Well, Spock's and Bones. He was always... Them two was always trying to be the moral compass for Kirk.
It was out trying to buff everything.
But when you got to Picard was more regimented. He was more of a military ideas.
Yeah.
And it was that regimented military mindset. I mean, obviously, in the Next Generations, you saw how Picard was a rebel, obviously, when he lost his heart and things like that. Yes, he was a rebel when he was a child, but he learned how to become that... somebody that was in the forces. You felt like he was somebody in the forces.
Well, I always thought of it like the original Star Trek was more like the sort of frontiersman sort of feel to it.
Yeah.
Whereas, so it was like trying to compare 1850s America to 1940s. Yeah? So things have become a lot more civilized since then.
Yeah.
Which is why it needed a different style of captain. But, you know, I was trying to work, Brody says, trying to work out currency exchange rates for Kirk's child maintenance.
Oh, blooming heck. But saying that, you also had Janeway and Cisco. Them three captains had the same more military influence than Kirk ever did.
I would argue that.
Why would you?
I would say Cisco was more like Kirk.
He was more relaxed, yes.
He played his hunches. Yeah, there's a lot of luck involved with Cisco. Janeway
was military.
She was.
She was definitely military.
And that's what I mean. She was more military, whereas I always saw Picard as more of a sort of envoy role. The tactics were there, don't get me wrong. And he'd quite happily defend himself and his ship. But he was always more for the peace first.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Whereas Janeway was more sort of load the torpedoes and let's blow these buggers into oblivion if we need to.
I think Janeway was more protective. she had that mother's edge to her. She was very military, but she had that protection. It was almost like that mother's protection of her ship and her crew.
She always reminded me more of a headmistress rather than a...
Yeah, she always reminded... You could have put her in the Wild West as a teacher.
Yes, school mom.
Yeah, school mom. And she even had the accent as well. She really did. It was, definitely a school mom in the Wild West. Yeah. And she acted like that as well.
Yeah. I'd go with that. I mean, there was more of a military feel to it. But
because you've got to think back to Kirk. Kirk was very Flash Gordon-y type of flamboyant explorer. And even the Federation, because let's face it, the Federation is still a form of military. Well, it has that military background, doesn't it? Because obviously you've got your captains, lieutenants, admirals. It's all got that. But when you go to Next Generation and the rest of them, it's got more of a military feel to it.
Yeah.
Because when Picard, many of the episodes on the Next Generation, you had admirals not agreeing with what Picard, and he has to do what he's told.
Yeah. I don't know. I always got more of an image of Picard as the ambassador. Because on the original Star Trek, when you had that sort of ambassadorial status, they were treated as such. You know, they weren't in charge of ships; they were ambassadors. By the time it got round to Next Generation, you'd almost got them running ships. Yeah. But
And I think
I'd agree with that, really.
Yeah.
60s was in Kirk's Star Trek.
Yeah.
It was 60s, but I mean, there was still no need for him to try and pork anything that sort of breathes.
Come on, it was the summer of love and all that lot. Free love, and we found out what that cost us.
On Earth, we call this a doobie.
A doobie.
Get your laughing gear around this, son.
A doobie. So getting back to what we were saying with Picard, we did invest in Picard and the crew. And you almost felt like you knew them as characters. So I think that's why Picard, as soon as you watch Picard now, you've automatically got that respect and you understand his mega disappointment in the Federation.
Yeah, I'll go with that. I'll go with that. I mean, I was very surprised at the depth they gave to the loss of Data.
Yeah.
Obviously, we've all seen, or most of us will have seen Nemesis. I always wondered how he'd take it, because obviously he latched on to B4. If you had a handheld device that cured STDs, you'd bang anyone as well, don't lie.
Yeah, of course we would.
Broken leg, no problem. Gonorrhea, gone. Go lie down for half an hour and wait till the swelling's gone, son.
Yeah, but thing is, though, which one would you want to go to? McCoy or Crusher? I've got flames coming out my penis. What do you mean? You've got a burning sensation? No, I've got actual flames coming out my penis.
If you want to see a really good skit on that, Robot Chicken.
Oh, God, yeah.
They do a parody of that, and that's just the funniest thing I've ever seen.
So, yeah, which one do you want then? So, McCoy or Crusher?
If I'm going with Clark McCoy. Don't want to ruin my chances.
I think the only thing that I didn't like about The Next Generation was Wesley. Oh, Wesley just used to annoy the hell out of me.
Yeah, but with the story arc for Wesley, he became...
Oh, yeah, towards the end, yeah. But right at the beginning, oh, God, that annoying little kid.
Irish says he'd be asking how he got a broken leg and gonorrhea at the same time.
Yeah.
Well, you know how it is. Bit of gymnastics, You're trying to climb over all those tentacles, it's going to be easy.
Yeah. Oh, bless.
Oh, bless. No, Wesley for me was always the attempt to sort of show more the human side on the Enterprise. Because in the original Star Trek, you never really sort of found out about the crash and all the rest of it, did you?
No, I mean, Next Generation was big on family.
It expanded a lot of it, didn't it? All the little details got expanded. And this is what I'm hoping is going to happen with Picard.
Yeah, I do.
But instead of it being the nice sort of schooly bits, it'll be the sort of... Well,
but it's like you were saying about the loss of Data. I mean, if you've watched The Next Generation all the way through, he invested a lot of time with Data to make Data become... Because Data's plan was always to become more human.
To be honest, Data had got that damn pat by sort of end of second series. I think it's... You've got to also look back at sort of generations and things, because there's a side of Picard that very much wanted that family man, that family life. And you've got to wonder, was Data sort of Picard's projected son? Almost. Because Data was very similar to Picard in some aspects.
Yeah, of course it was. I mean, there was that bond. Because let's face it, Picard sacrificed his career because of not have children. He put his career first. Well, he put Starfleet first before himself.
And then they end up slapping him in the face.
So you can see where it's all coming from when you stop and analyse it that way. Because he did. He was a driven man for the Federation and Starfleet. He was a proper through and through. Like I said, if you cut him in half, it said Starfleet. And he obviously, over the years, he sacrificed everything.
Bill's comment: how many injuries did Worf and Troy have?
Well,
when you're getting it on with an armour-plated beast the size of Worf. I'm guessing the cowgirl was used a lot. Tickle his battle axe and woof.
Yep, there you go. Yeah.
So I have, going off this first episode, I have high hopes.
Yeah, I have mega high hopes. The storyline so far that we've got, nice and thick.
Plenty of action.
Oh, aye.
And I was a bit concerned at this because at the start it's quite cerebral when it starts. And then it didn't take long for it to flick a gear up.
Oh, God, yeah. They've got you hooked.
Oh, big time.
And the ending.
Oh, true, right. How many questions are there?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Not only is it the wrong aliens, it's the wrong ship and all.
Yeah, but it explains a lot. It does explain a lot. Plus, I mean, this is so difficult without doing spoilers.
Yeah, it is. But we'll talk about episode one next week. Just gives everyone a chance.
I'd agree with Bill though. They've really set the scene for a good show because it's hinted at so much width of storyline to play with. You know, there's historic questions to ask. Why the attack on Mars?
Yeah.
part of the tinfoil part of me there is thinking, hey, Federation had something to do with that.
Yeah.
Or
Straight away.
A faction of the Federation who didn't want to do the evacuation of Romulus.
I've got to admit, though, I'm not going to give a spoiler, but I've got to say it. The interview that he did for the first time, that were harsh.
It were good, though.
Yeah, that felt real.
Realistic. You know.
Yeah, it all started nice and then, she...
Yeah, but it's a journalist, isn't it?
Yeah, no, but it was brilliant. Because you know exactly that's how it would have been. See, if you'd have gone to Next Generation time, back in the 80s, that same interview would have been all nicey and... Yeah, it would have just been a interview. But no, it's brought in some realism. And that's what I like about it.
The enmity for the Romulans came to the fore. Yeah, I'd go with that.
Yeah.
It's almost, as I said, Terror Prime, that was it. When in Enterprise they touched on that, still that sort of right-wing feel. And the attitude to the Romulans sort of tickled my memory on that. Because it was almost like it never went away. It didn't get whitewashed. It got whitewashed over because you had storylines set on the Enterprise, which is a nice, safe bubble, and there's a certain amount of respect owed to your position within the ship. You didn't get to see that sort of side of it. So yeah, I really, really, really enjoyed it.
Only 900 million Romulans sitting on a wall. Million Romulans sitting on a wall.
And if one dead Romulan should accidentally fall, there's going to be a war. Bless you.
Fabulous.
Right, well, we'd better look at wrapping up.
Guys, is that time already? Blooming heck, that is shot by.
As it.
Blooming heck, that is seriously shot by.
I know it was more sci-fi than vaping this week, but I think it really deserved it.
Yeah, it's Sunday chill out. Earl Grey, hot.
So, what you got coming up next week, kid?
Next week, I've got some juices to review, and I've also got the Kelpie.
Yeah,
RDA, the EH Pro and Vaping with Vic RDA.
Well, we did touch on it on Thursday, but there will be some interesting stuff to come out. I mean, I have the luxury. I can watch the reviews. Mark can't, because obviously he's reviewing.
Yeah, I've kept away from all the reviews. I'm going to have I'm itching, absolutely itching to see Jay Hayes' version.
Yeah.
I really want to see Jay Hayes' one.
It's actually a lot steadier than I was expecting.
And we are talking about Jay Hayes here, and he's picky. That guy is seriously picky when it comes to anything, really. So if he's got a bit of fluff on it, a thumbnail on it, or anything like that, or as he says, burst spurs and cowboy boots on it, whew, he's going to be rough.
Jackie, Buggles.
So yeah, that's what's coming up next week. Obviously, we've got the Ohm service on Thursday, pre-Brexit.
Oh God, Brexit Eve, isn't it?
It's Brexit Eve.
We're doomed.
No, honestly, we don't do politics, so but I'm sure it'll be mentioned. Whose review's out? I've just seen whose? Jay's. Yeah, he's already out. Yeah, I'll be watching that after mine. That's the only problem. I don't watch other people's reviews until I've reviewed it.
I would strongly suggest you go have a look at Dean's as well. That was a call.
So,
now,
yeah.
Sorry, I was just going to say, Dean's live Wednesdays.
Definitely
Worth a look. Right, enjoyed it.
Right, I'm going to wrap this one up. Don't forget that up there.
Yeah, you're 15%
Of the myvaporstore.co.uk. It ends at midnight UK time, 12 o'clock. So go and grab yourself a bargain. So I want to give Yanis from the Vapor Store a big shout out and say thank you very much for the 15% discount code for you guys. So yeah, big thank you very much.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Sir.
So if you want to wrap it up, sir.
Thank you to everybody that's joined us this afternoon. I hope you've enjoyed it. I know it's been more sci-fi than vaping this week, but you know, it's quite a big week for us. We've been waiting a year for this.
Yeah, no.
It may have been a bit fluffy when we talked about it, but obviously we didn't want to give away spoilers because I think everybody should enjoy that without knowing the storyline first. Thank you so much for joining us. We wouldn't have a show without you. The chat's always brilliant on a Sunday. I do love it, even though Irish makes me nervous.
Irish always makes me nervous. I'm frightened I'm going to get slapped.
So I'll hand you over to Mark.
Right, guys. Well, Dale, it's been awesome seeing you in chat as well. Just thought I'd shout that one out. And he finally got a chance to see us as well. Bless him.
Well, as I mentioned, the review for the Riot Squad Nick Salts will be going up on the website. So
yeah. And we'll be doing the Whitlicker next week, hopefully.
Oh, yes.
I'm looking forward to that, to be honest with you. They're doing the Whitlicker review together.
So am I, because I love that stuff.
Exciting times! Oh, thank you, Irish. He's not going to slap me because I'm on a little.
Well, that means I'm in trouble then.
Yeah. Right, I'm going to wrap this one up. Everybody in chat, thank you so much. You're part of the show. That's the best way of explaining it. People that have got the spanners, thank you for looking after chat. Steve, it's been awesome, mate, as always. The only thing that we're missing is sat in a pub, really, and a beer. That's all. The only thing that's missing.
A big stack of Next Generation videos next.
Yeah. Right, I'm going to wrap this one up. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you all on Thursday at 7 p.m. for the Home Service Live with me, Chris, and Steve. So, bye.
See you later.
Outro. One day.
Be interesting to see what day it is. I enjoyed that one.
Me too. Yeah, I thought we had to be careful because it was so like, you know that some people are not watching. OBS is currently active. All streams.